So today's episode is on the rat race, okay? So I wanted to save this one actually. But whatever. I don't really have anything else to talk about today. So what is the rat race, right? I think the term rat race comes from when scientists would literally race rats against each other, right? Um, and it's supposed to describe like you're stuck in a system and you think you're competing for something, right? But really you're just obeying the will of some outside entity, right? That's a rat race. So what is like how is this philosophy related, one, and two, what are you talking about, right? So I saw a video the other day, right? It was about like internships at like big finance firms, over like the summer, right? And it got me thinking, right? I was like, damn, like this shit is real, right? And I think internships is more understandable because like it you really like struggle to get a job, right? If you don't get one of these internships, and finance is all about those high paying jobs, right? So there's that. But I mean, I'm mostly talking about like college applications. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. So what really inspired me was I've been having a lot of fun this summer, making this like documentary film thing, um, and I was thinking back to how miserable I was at school, right? And how like everyone would always throw this fucking question, right? It pisses me off beyond like I know I'm gonna get it in college too, right? Like, what's your CV, right? Yeah, like your CV, right? But in high school, it's what's your ECs, right? Because I mean, obviously, we haven't worked enough to have a CV, right? So, what are your ECs, right? And I mean, this question pisses me off to like an unreasonable extent, right? And I don't really blame someone for asking out of just curiosity, right? Like, oh, what are you up to nowadays, right? But I don't know. It just pisses me off, like the connotation of it, right? ECs, because the only people that really call it ECs is like colleges, right? Everyone else just like, what do you do outside of school, right? Like, what are you up to recently, right? Like if you meet like a longtime friend you haven't seen in like 10 years, you don't ask him what are your ECs. You ask him what have you been up to recently, right? So yeah, I don't know. I just the term pisses me off. Okay, that's a side problem, but right. So like I don't know. I feel like I brought this up because I feel like the whole college admissions process and this whole thing is such a rat race, right? Like we're all chasing after the same like six schools, right? Or eight, I think, in the Ivy League. Um, and everyone wants to, and I guess you have like MIT and like Duke and these like non Ivies, but everyone wants to go to the same few schools, right? And like ultimately, like these schools are nice, yeah, and they'll help your chances of getting a nice job, and I'm sure their programs are pretty nice, but like, and obviously like their alumni network and all that, right? But like, really, does it matter as much as we think it does? I'm dumb, by the way. Probably not, right? So yeah, I don't know. So that's like where this term, like the rat race, comes from, right? Like we're all racing towards like a reward that's like it's an artificial reward, right? Like the reward is because someone else gave it to us, right? It's not like an intrinsic reward, right? Like if you hunt a deer and you get venison, right? That's an intrinsic reward. You don't really get anything for doing all this stuff in high school. A lot of time, I mean, like I get it. If you do it for like fun or for job experience, or basically genuinely like the field, right? Like I have a friend that does nursing, and I think she genuinely enjoys it, like helping people and shit. So I'm like, yeah, go for it, right? And I have another friend that I think is in the same boat too. But like, yeah, I mean, I think go for it then, right? But like just for college admissions, right? Just for like college stat padding is what we call it, right? It's a bit stupid, okay? And I think I myself, I'm kind of talking on my own ass, right? Because it's not like I haven't done stuff just for it to look good on my college applications, right? But honestly, like from a philosophical standpoint, do I think that like what college you go to really matters? No. But do I think anything really matters? No, not really, right? Because I mean, we're all gonna die at the end of the day, right? And like again, it's all this thing like on your deathbed. Are you gonna remember that you went to Harvard Law School or fucking like John Jay, right? Yeah. So I don't know. Honestly don't think it's really that serious, but I mean that's like a personal philosophy, right? But like actual reality of the situation is that people place a lot of emphasis on it, right? Especially like at my school, I turned, especially at my school, like you get more inherent respect, like if you like do all this stuff after school, even if you don't like it, like you're treated with more respect if you do something that you don't like, just for the sake of increasing your chances to go into college, right? Because it's like, oh wow, you're so tough, you can like tough this out just for the sake of like getting into MIT or whatever, right? So yeah, I don't know. I just think that aspect is really stupid. By the way, the fact that people respect you more for doing something that you hate, um, just because it increases your chances as something so like abstract and arbitrary, right? But I mean, more than that, like it's more than just like the respect for like if you get into that college, right? Like your especially because I'm Asian, right? Like your entire extended family makes a big deal out of it, and like the college I want to go to, right? The college of my dreams, you can say, is UPenn, right? University of Pennsylvania. And like no Asian person knows what UPenn is because UPenn's like whole thing is finance, right? And business, like Wharton, right? And like not many Asian people do finance. It's just the way it is, right? For better or for worse. Um, yeah, there's that. I mean, I don't know. I think this is similar to a lot of things where I'm so dumb. Where it's like the pressure we place on ourselves is so arbitrary, but I mean it's also real, right? Like there is a pressure, especially if you're like you want to be a doctor or some shit, or if you have like those type of parents that want you to become a doctor, a lawyer, an architect. Like you know what I'm talking about, right? If you have like those type of parents, this pressure is real, right? Even though the actual like the cause behind the pressure, the root, the seed of the issue is abstract and arbitrary and not like real, right? It's non-existent. The pressure is real because this is real pressure that parents put on you. And I think that's like the whole rat race, right? Like these mice are put under pressure, like because they're like they're guinea pigs for these scientists, right? Uh, Even though like are the scientists just gonna shoot them if they lose the race? No, right? But in their minds, they're like, oh, there's food at the end of the, I don't know, the maze. I have to lock the fuck in, right? So yeah, I mean, there's that. So I think like for me, the whole thing with like this rat race is like I just think it's so exhausting, and I just wanted to talk about it, right? Like I feel like people this goes beyond just college, right? I know we're talking about college. Like this is life, right? Like we all know the saying like life isn't a zero sum game, right? Like a zero sum game is like heads or tails, right? If I flip a coin, um heads will like there's a winner and a loser, right? Like in a zero sum game, it's like poker, right? Like the losses of all the losers equate the win of the winners, right? So let's say you play a hand of poker, the person like that takes the whole pot, that amount of money he wins is equal to the amount of money everyone else lost, right? That's a zero sum game because what you got from playing that game, like as a net whole, is zero, right? Um, but life isn't a zero sum game, right? Like just because I lost, I don't know, just because I lived a really miserable life doesn't mean like other people live a life that's slightly better, right? It's just not how that works. Or just because like I have like a really nice paying job doesn't mean everyone else, uh, their job pays less, right? Like we all have our own I don't want to say we all have our own trajectory in life because I don't think, um, like there's really any like there's no like rhyme or reason. There's no meaning to it all, right? Like life just plays out the way it is, and we play the hand we're dealt, right? There's like yeah, there's you can't make sense of something that's nonsensical, right? Like that's the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, if I want to circle back all the way to what I was talking about originally, like what was it? I don't even remember. So we got to oh yeah, life is a zero sum game. So we treat so many things in life as if they're zero sum games, right? We're like especially with like college admissions. Like I'm going back to this, but this is what I know best, right? Like especially next year around like November, everyone like all your friends are gonna become your enemies, okay? And I think I've done a good job choosing friends that I wouldn't say like they don't like the whole school, like even if you go into the school not caring about what college you go into, you come out chasing Ivies, okay? It's just like the culture of it, right? But like I wouldn't say like my friends don't care, but I like go into these like top schools or whatever, like even consider like good schools, right? But like I don't think I think my friends see me more as just like a dude they hang out with and like is disposable um in in their quest for Ivy League glory, right? I think a lot of people do treat their friends like that, right? Like they treat them as like connections or coworkers or people they have followed on Indeed or like what is it? It's like matched or on an Indeed or something like that. Of connections, I think that's what they're called, like connected with on Indeed. Um, like I know a lot of people that treat their friends like that, and by like the college admissions process, like if you have the idea if you're in the middle of the college admissions process and you're like all my friends are my enemies because they want to go to all the same colleges as me, you seriously fucked up, okay? If you think if you think that this one guy is gonna make a difference in the hundreds of thousands, or I don't know if it's that much, but like all the kids that apply to Harvard every year, you're delusional, right? Your enemy isn't Joe from your math class. It's um, Sandra from in California. Okay. Um. Oh, I'm really dead here. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, so there's one. That's one. Okay. Like, come on. Let's use logic. It's not true. And two, if you even have them telling in the first place, if you think your friends are out to like get you, then did you even make any real friends, right? And I mean, like realistically, are all your high school friends gonna stay friends with you for the rest of your life? No, but like that's a reflection of your own character, the fact that you can't make friends, right? Or that the friends that you made, um, like when it comes to something as dumb as like college admission, then they become your enemies, right? But that's my opinion on the whole like frenemy situation. But the reality situation is that you guys will be competing for the same school, right? Like competing as in like you guys are two in like hundreds of thousands, but still like nevertheless you're competing, right? Like if you have two people running in a marathon of hundred thousands, you're still competing, right? Do any of you guys have a high chance of winning the marathon? No. Are there 99,998 other people running the race? Yeah. But like, are you technically competing? Yeah, sure. So you're like your frenemies, right? But I just think this whole frenemies thing is so sad, right? The fact that like a school can turn us against our friends, right? Like that's like some 1984 shit, okay? The fact that like this giant, not like I guess the college board too with SATs, right? This giant company, right? Or these like giant institutions like these universities that they can control our personal relationships. That's some real like big brother shit, okay? But yeah, I mean, there's that. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to complain about like the rat race because like I've had so much fun working in the summer, with like people that want to become like directors, right? And like that type of shtick, like movie directors, and like I feel like these people are infinitely smarter than anybody at my school. But who's gonna end up getting to Harvard? It's gonna be the people at my school, right? So yeah, that's the reality situation. Yeah. Do I think it's really dumb? Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, again, I don't really think that the college you end up going to really matters all too much. But I guess it's nice, right? And I fucked up here. Yeah, that's that. Bye, guys. Good night. Subscribe.